Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy and welcome back to the second reproduction. So, let's jump right back in. With the warning, Lizette playfully jabbed his finger between my eyebrows. I couldn't get angry in time. His weird behavior left me speechless. I blinked, unsure of what to do. He gazed at me for a while, then gave a heavy sigh. Geez, I don't get him at all. Never mind, I give up. Huh? Well, have a safe trip. Have fun on your date, too. I forget which voices I gave everybody, so... Maybe it was just my imagination, but he seemed kinda lonely when he said that. I watched him turn around and leave. It felt too weird to be a proper farewell. It was probably the last time we'd ever talk, too. I wanted to chase after him and talk a little longer, but I needed to get going. I'd talk to him forever if I let myself. I silently bid him farewell as his figure vanished into the corridor. I slapped my cheeks with both hands, regaining determination, and began to walk away. Oh, is this Undertale all over again? This might be the last time I ever see this place. If my sisters overheard me, then I would have been told off for being too morbid. And if I told them where I was going and why, they would have done everything in their power to stop me. Because of our ruthless and unreasonable mother, a strong bond had been formed between the three of us. As I glanced up towards the sky, the full moon shone down at me with breathtaking beauty. There wasn't a single trace of mist in the air, so the statues in front of the castle gate were clear and crisp. There stood a meticulously crafted sculpture of Lame, the divine bird that symbolized Almanen. Its benevolent eyes gazed in my direction, as though watching over me before I left the castle. I pray that my soul will create the foundation that will someday lead to a brighter future. After praying quietly, I turned and stepped onto the paved road. But just before I left the castle... Having your first date at night's pretty thrilling, isn't it? I turned towards the familiar voice, and my eyes flew open in shock. Leaning against the castle gate with a playful smile on his face was... Lizette? Were you planning on leaving me behind? That really would have made me feel lonely, you know. What are you doing? You weren't acting like yourself, so I became worried. What do you mean by that? I never did anything. You never noticed, Princess. Whenever you lie, you always give yourself away. What? How? If I tell you how, then you'll just correct it, won't you? Then I won't be able to tell. Maybe you're just imagining things. Don't deny it. I asked Her Majesty all about this, and she told me everything. He really is fearless. Even so, I can't take you with me. And why is that? I am your #1 knight, Princess. If you found other knights who are far more adequate than me to take with you, then please, grant me my death. What? My sword, my life, my body, they are all dedicated to you, Princess. If I am not needed for such an important quest, then I am worth nothing more than dust. Please, my Princess, if you have even a trace of pity within you, then kill me right now. You picked me up out of nothing, so please, now that I am no longer of use to you, return me to nothing. No, I can't. I want you to live, but please, you must accept my decision. No, I refuse. I will never accept that. No matter where you go, Princess, I, Lizette, will always be by your side. Lizette? Shall we get going, then? We haven't gone on a journey like this in a long time. Oh, isn't it nostalgic? It almost reminds me of that hellish training we did last year, remember? Fine. I give up. Have you ever heard of a knight winning an argument against his princess? Are you going to punish me for being disrespectful? Yeah, when we get back, you're getting the 100 dumplings punishment. The 100 what? That's the number of dumplings you'll be treating me to. You'll be treating me to when I next Okay, let me try that sentence over. That's the number of dumplings you'll be treating me to when I visit the town outside the castle. That many? And I wish you wouldn't keep sneaking out of the castle like that. Please put yourself in my shoes for a moment and understand how much trouble I get into. Well, you are my knight after all. Isn't a punishment like that appropriate? Yeah, you're right. We smiled and looked into each other's eyes with determination. Again, Undertale! Come back alive, Lizette. I will definitely not let you die. That's my line. No matter what happens, and whatever we may encounter, I will definitely protect you, my princess. We will return to our kingdom, together. Yes, I swear on my sword. He nodded. Deathrai Mountain was already peaking above the horizon as we set off together. I truly believed we were walking the road towards true peace, but little did I know of the cruel fate awaiting me. Okay, I guess that was the intro. It was pitch black, and my body was being thrown around by the bumpy ride. With so little room, I had been forced to hug my knees and curl up in a ball. My arms and legs were going stiff, so I tried moving around a little. But before I could, the warm presence behind me squirmed. Hey, don't move, they'll catch us. Yes, my apologies, but I'm a bit... I heard Lizette's voice just above my head. I couldn't see him, but his tone of voice gave away his annoyance. Oh, what's wrong? Nothing. We've been repeating the same conversation for a while now, and it's always ended with Lizette's vague reply of nothing. It was starting to really annoy me, but before I could voice my objections, Lizette suddenly spoke up. This barrow, it's too cramped. Well, of course it's cramped. We're both squeezed inside it. Well, yeah, I guess. Basically, we were hiding inside a large barrel. But despite its size, squeezing the two of us inside proved to be quite a challenge. I felt like a lump of meat stuffed inside a sausage. What? Are you calling me fat? Listen, I'm not the one taking up all the space, okay? Oh no, I didn't mean that at all. It had been half a month since we left Almanon, and we'd restricted ourselves to unpopulated paths in order to conserve our strength. At last, we were finally approaching the capital of Deathride. Sneaking in wasn't hard at first, but getting this far without so much as a scratch was nothing short of a miracle. The closer we got to Deathride, the tougher things got. Earlier, we were going to use a secret passageway we discovered beforehand, but when we went to use it, it'd been sealed up. Just when we thought we'd reached a dead end, I noticed this huge barrel. Deathride was supposed to have cut all ties with its allies long ago, but it seems the kingdom of, Gerard is still trading with them. Maybe they influenced Deathride's actions against Crofts. The merchants delivering our barrel were from, Gerard. I'm just gonna pronounce it like that. When I first saw their kingdom's coat of arms, I couldn't believe my eyes. I asked them a few questions. Apparently, Gerard's merchants have been going to and from Deathride since forever. The man I bribed earlier confirmed it too. The two kingdoms trade every year, it seemed. I was displeased that the people of Gerard had been helping the demons, but now I was thankful. Without them, we would have been stuck. Princess, don't touch there! Not knowing what he meant, I tried moving around again. Wait, please don't grab! You're too loud, Lizette. We'll get caught if you don't stay quiet. My apologies, but... What's wrong? Can't you breathe properly? I think my hair will turn white by the time we get out of here. Huh? Silver light from the heavens, guide us towards forgiveness. Let the holy light shine upon us and bless us all as equals. Why are you reciting verses from the holy book? Please don't talk to me. I'm trying to disperse my impure thoughts. Okay. Alright then. The horse cart finally arrived at the castle's front gates. The place was completely silent. I held my breath and listened closely, ready to react. I thought the demons would be loud and lively at night, but all I could hear was the whispered exchange between the merchants and the guards. The eerie silence made me all the more cautious. The merchants aren't going to give us away, are they? I could hear my heartbeat thump in my ears. Various bad scenarios flashed through my head and I gulped nervously. I felt Lizette's body stiffen up, ready for battle. Good work. You can go through now. Thank you very much. Luckily, the guard must have known the merchants. He let them through without checking properly. The first obstacle had been cleared. I sighed and relaxed my tense muscles. We soon heard the sounds of the merchants unloading the barrels. We're finally here. Yeah. While whispering to one another, we prepared ourselves. There was a hint of joy in Lizette's voice. He must have been glad we got this far without a hitch. Of course, I, the strategist, couldn't help but feel happy about it too. And yet, for some reason, things were going so well I felt anxious. Okay, so this goes into the bedroom, and this goes. Be quiet. Answer my question, and I'll spare your life. Understand? The demon woman hadn't seen us hiding around the corridor. I took my chance and grabbed her, quickly covering her mouth. I pushed her against the wall. She glared at me with eyes full of hatred, but once I pressed my blade against her pale neck, she froze. She nodded over and over, terrified by my cold, merciless voice. Good. Now tell me, where can I find the demon lord GARDIS? He's at the top of the stairs, in the room at the end of the corridor. She'd given us exactly what we needed. I glanced over at Lizette and he came forth, rope and cloth in hand. The woman was soon bound and gagged and left in the shadows of the inconspicuous pillar. Now there were no witnesses. Are you sure about this? About what? Is it okay if we leave her alive? I am a knight. Breaking my promises even to a demon would sully my honor. Besides, the Alliance army will kill her later. Huh. What, did I say something funny? No, it's just like you to act like that princess, or my princess. I respect that part of you, that's all. Idiot! We don't have time for that. Come on, we need to get going. Yes. We followed the woman's directions and soon found ourselves before a large, luxurious door. It had to be the entrance to the Demon Lord's throne room. But the lack of guards along the way made me hesitate. Things had gone way too smoothly, and the calmness of the corridor left me uneasy. I was almost disappointed with how easy things had been. But the fact remained that I was deep inside enemy territory. Maybe he's overconfident? I held my breath and pressed an ear against the door, intending on eavesdropping. But at that moment... Oh, Lord GARDIS, you're so bold. GARDIS! The moment I heard her voice, I suddenly felt extremely nervous. GARDIS was in that room, no doubt about it. The root of all evil that plunged this world into terror and despair was right behind that door. I immediately exchanged glances with Lizette, and we waited for our chance. Olame, please protect us. I gripped the hilt of my sword, praying within my heart. I noticed Lizette watching me from the corner of my eye, but I couldn't turn around. My resolve would leave me the moment I did. I was going up against the Demon Lord. I was sure to gain substantial injuries at the very least, let alone come out unharmed. Honestly, I wanted to throw away the temptation of retreat and embrace the upcoming battle alongside Lizette. But I couldn't look at him, knowing that I was about to drag us both into hell. I'd cry out of guilt if I turned around. I could only stare or look straight ahead. Ah, Lord GARDIS. The room's atmosphere suddenly changed. Now was my chance. Demon Lord GARDIS, prepare yourself! I threw the door open. How rude. Weren't you ever taught to respect the personal affairs of others? Even the Lamé you worship would lament at such behavior. The man turned his gaze towards us and stood up. For just a moment, I felt an odd attraction to his graceful form and completely forgot about my hatred. So this is the Demon Lord GARDIS. His hair was as black as the night, yet it shone with royal elegance. His frighteningly handsome face wore a smile strong enough to charm its every witness. Twilight-colored pupils looked out from his narrowed eyelids, coaxing my body under his control. Are you mocking us, demon? I returned to my senses and held up my sword. The woman gave a terrified screech and fled through the door, but the Demon Lord just stood up, relaxed and unconcerned. Don't you need her help? You're assuming that all demons have powers as strong as my own. Unfortunately, most of the demons residing in the world of light are no different to humans, devoid of magical power. Women and children have died from the justice you champions have bestowed upon us. Nonsense! If you demons didn't exist, the world would be a much better place. Why wouldn't we want to destroy you? How dull. My ears have rotted from the sheer number of times I've heard that line. His composed smile stayed put, but my words had clearly changed his attitude. I suddenly felt horribly cold. We were indoors, but freezing gusts of wind were now blowing across the room. The Demon Lord had conjured them, and the instant one slipped past my leg, I got goosebumps. This is... how ominous. The Demon Lord was horrifying, the essence of everything evil in this world, just as I thought. Struggling to keep calm, I locked my gaze upon my target. I, Christina Ronzad, I don't remember how to pronounce her name now. Ranzad will banish your wicked soul from this world. Huh. Well, feel free to try. I've grown bored of the imbeciles who keep turning up at my doorstep. Maybe you'll make a nice change. Then, let me put an end to that boring life of yours. In a single breath, I threw myself against the wind and rushed towards the stage. GARDIS raised an eyebrow, somewhat surprised by my movements. Maybe he underestimated me because of my gender. Either way, I wasn't going to give him time to rethink his plan. Ha! Huh. He blocked it? I was the third strongest knight in Almanan, and I had a lot of confidence in my speed. Yet GARDIS still managed to intercept my blade, pulling his own sword out of nowhere. I was pushing all of my strength into my sword, but GARDIS was hardly breaking a sweat. The composed smile still lingering on his lips. I clicked my tongue in irritation, realizing the vast difference in strength between us. There's no way I could take him on by myself. Our swords clashed together the moment it passed through my mind. I took advantage of the recoil and leapt behind him. GARDIS jumped back, trying to gain distance between us, but he failed to notice the other blade lying in wait. Huh! Her usual tactic. If I ever faced a tougher enemy than expected, Lizette and I would attack them from both sides. It was our fastest and strongest maneuver. My, aren't I busy? The moment his feet touched the ground, GARDIS was in motion. He leaped back, avoiding Lizette's jab, and swung his own sword upward, aiming straight for the knight's chest. Lizette avoided it by a hair's breadth and countered immediately, leaping back the moment he got a chance to breathe. Our attack didn't work! Is that it? But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. Oh my god, we are getting into the thick of shit right now. It is a battle. Oh my god. Okay, so if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!